Hey, welcome back to another edition of Everything Football 62. I'm your host, Jonathan Big Tex Johnson, a.k.a. Uncle Tex, a.k.a. Professor Tex. You know, I just did a show dealing with the whole Tysom Hill thing and, Jameis Winston and stuff like that. But to be fair, as a football guy, I can definitely really appreciate everything that Tysom Hill does. And let me explain to you why. And because it's so the irony of all this is that had a good game, they won. That's the most important part. Threw for 20 some odd yards. I think he rushed for over 50 yards. I think he had a couple of touchdowns and whatnot. Which is great, fine, and all that. The thing that I do, just aside from fan all that other BS, is like, he's a football player. He plays football, and I can always respect that. A football player guy, you can special teams, Swiss Army knife. All the different things you want to call him and say that, Tyson Hill's doing this, that, and the other. But this is where, and I like that in Mr. Hill. I like that with the young cat. You know what I'm saying? I like that what he's done with the young man. But this can also be a lesson to be learned, right? A lesson to be learned by different football players that come in. They're all football players, but it's like I looked at Tyson Hill and BYU highlights, and I'm like, come on, I don't take him serious as a passer, it's whatever, as a quarterback. But I take him serious as a football player. Blocks, special teams, catches the ball. He's all that stuff. Ed Podolak guys, all them guys from back in the day. Bill Brown, all those guys that just do a little bit of everything or whatever to be on the team, be around 8, 9, 10 years or whatever the case may be. But here's a lesson, right? But what I like about him is the fact that he's gaining a cult following and he's got a nice contract. And so, ironically enough, I'm reading an article about Tim Tebow, right? And the New York Nets is still trying the Mets, whatever they call it, the Mets are trying to sit up there. They go, yeah, he's going to play, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and all this other kind of stuff. I'm like, here is a guy who played on one of the best programs around, won a national championship, won a national championship, won a Heisman Trophy, all that stuff. Great teammate, was went to Denver and everything like that. I knew, if nobody else didn't know, that, of course, Elway was not going to keep him as a quarterback because the cat doesn't have an arm. I said that years ago. I said he has no arm. He had no business being drafted. But it is what it is. But what it also showed me was the arrogance of Tim Tebow. Don't you realize Tim Tebow could have still be in the league being a Swiss knife army guy? Swiss knife, with a Swiss Army knife, whatever they call them, right? And that might not have been his thing, but because of the success as a quarterback at Florida. But you was not going to be a real quarterback because you didn't have the arm. You didn't possess the arm talent to be able to do the things that's needed to be done in the NFL. Even some of your quarterbacks that might not be that great or good at all, you don't have the arm talent. I said that when I was trying to say his left arm is weak. Good teammate, 6'3", 240, 245. He could have been that guy. He had the Rock Hudson looks. He had all of that stuff going on for him and stuff like that. He has all that. He's built. He's this. He's that. Great teammate. All them guys love him. Good Christian guy. A guy that you would like to marry your daughter and all this other kind of stuff. But his ego. And that's why I get Tysom Hill, and Tysom Hill goes BYU. And we know what that school's all about. That's Mormon stuff and all that other kind of stuff that goes on up there. But he is what Tebow would not do. He wouldn't do he did what Tebow wouldn't do. And you think about Tebow and his looks and how he could have parlayed that. Instead, he's taking baseball jobs from 18, 19-year-olds still at this time, and he's pushing 30. If not, he's already 30. You follow what I'm saying? Which I find is funny. But I give props to Tyson Hill just basically because he's playing football. He's about trying to play football. Special teams, play quarterback, running back, block, catch passes, he gets props to me. And I said some stuff earlier, and that's fine. I still mean that stuff because we all know that if that's another quarterback, he's not even getting that chance. He's at one position, and that position is it, and he'll never be playing that. He'll never be called a starter. Period. You follow what I'm saying? But like I say, remember, what my man? I can't think of his damn name. Played with the Steelers. Randall L. He was a quarterback. You never seen him sit up there and take over for. He was a quarterback. He never took over Brent Roethlisberger. But again, he knows his place and plays his place, and he gets much respect from me for that. You know what I'm saying? Much respect for me for that. But a guy like Tebow, who comes off a certain way, but that's an egomaniac. He could be in the league today being that particular type of player. But he didn't want to be because he figured I'm a quarterback. And they're like, no. Elway saw that you was not a quarterback. Anybody that knows anything about football knew he wasn't going to be a quarterback like that. And Hill knows that as well. But he's a team player. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to do the very best that I can do. But to sit up there and honestly think that this guy is a real quarterback, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. And you know what I'm saying? So, much kudos goes to Tysom Hill for that. For him being like, I want to play football. And he's getting the cult following that he should get based upon what he's doing. And Tim Tebow could have had that because he had the looks, he had all the college stuff and everything like that. But now he's reduced to trying to, again, taking some 19, 20-year-old kids' job as a minor league ball player. And he's gotten NFL money. And he's still floundering and flopping around trying to get a chance to play baseball. I'm like, that is ridiculous. And the Major League Baseball should be ashamed of himself. Period. End of story. But Tyson Hill gets props for that. I give him props for that. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that he's carrying this thing, because when Breeze comes back, he'll go back to being who he is. And he knows that's who he is. But if Peyton wanted to make him out to be whatever he wanted, of course he's going to take that. Yeah, I can do this, I can do that. But like I say, though, I just find it ironic that someone like that, like a Tim Tebow, in the comparison issue with that of, and I said, I had to go back and forth thing with somebody a couple of years ago about that. I'm like, Tebow could be in the league right now if he wanted to be. But he's arrogant enough to think that he's like a real quarterback. I'm like, dude, you're not. You're not. Now, you could probably come in and do something what Tyson Hill did, but as for being 16 games, that's not going to cut it, homie. You're not going to get that. So big props out to Tyson Hill and what he did. See if they can keep going. But, basically taking over what, something like Slash did. But, hey, it is what it is, man. I might be back a little later for a little commentary on some things. Be back later.